We've made it to day 7 of our 7-day yoga challenge. Today we're going to focus on hips and hamstrings. If you have a block or two, please have them for class. Or even if you have a book, if you have nothing available, don't worry about it. I will give you some alternates. Let's start in child's pose, a wide-legged child's pose today. So as we come around onto all fours, we're going to take our knees as wide as our mat and then begin to push our hips back towards our heels. Lengthen the arms in line with the shoulders and feel the chest begin to come down towards the ground. Feel the inhale come in through the nose, and as we exhale, slowly release. Taking a few deep breaths here, letting our hips open gently, the inner thighs open. Let's begin to make our way onto all fours, stacking our knees underneath our hips. Our hands are spread wide and underneath our shoulders. Our left leg extends long behind us in line with the hip, toe to the ground. Nice big inhale, and then as we exhale, let's let that left leg cross the center line of the body over the right side and gaze over the right shoulder toward that left foot. Peeling the left leg back, extend the right leg. It crosses midline of the body, over and past that left leg, most likely off our mat. And then take the gaze over the left shoulder towards the right foot. Feel the breath come into the rib cage on the right hand side. Pull back into our center, curl our toes underneath, and find our very first downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet. Gently press the heels down towards the ground. Let the left leg lift behind us. It draws in between our hands as we drop the back knee, top of the foot, low lunge. Feel the chest open as we squeeze our glutes. And then exhale, begin to straighten and lengthen our front leg to the best of our ability, grounding the toes towards the ground. Inhale back into our lunge. Exhale, straighten and lengthen. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward as we begin to warm into the hamstring. Inhale in. Exhale back. Last one, inhale in. Exhale back to our half split. Coming back into that low lunge. Curl the back toes, find downward facing dog. Right leg lifts behind us. Draws in between our hands as the left knee, top of the foot, comes to the ground. Adjust the hips so we're pulling back through that right leg, forward with the left. Squeezing the glutes as we exhale, begin to extend that front leg. Inhale in. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale in. Draw the toes towards the mat as we lengthen the leg. Last one, inhale in. Exhale, lengthen. As we come in this time, curl the backs of our toes and step all the way in, forward fold. Feel the weight on all four corners of the feet. Feel the head dangle. Feel the arches lift. If we're very restricted through our hamstrings, take a knee bend. Take the slack off the low back. And then regardless of where you're at in forward fold, let's bend our knees nice and deep so we can connect the chest to the thighs. And then we're going to take an exhale and begin to straighten the legs to the best of our ability, keeping our torso connected. So stop the moment you feel that torso come off. We're going to feel those sitting bones, which are deep into your glutes, rise towards the ceiling. Inhale, release. Exhale, lengthen, peel away. Keep the chest connected. 2 more deep breaths. Inhale, release. Exhale, lengthen. Last one, inhale, release. Exhale, lengthen. And then let the torso come off the thighs as you come into your full forward fold. Left leg is in front, right leg steps behind us. Draw forward through the shin, and then find full lunge. Torso lifts, arms extend. Back hip comes around to look to the front of the mat. Hands come down. Straighten and lengthen the left foot. This time, pull the toe towards the shin. It's deeper and more intense, so if you want to keep it on the ground, go ahead. Inhale, back in, draw the shin forward, find full lunge. Exhale, come down, straighten and lengthen. Pull the toe. Last one, slowly come into that lunge. Hands come down, straighten and lengthen. Reconnect, find downward facing dog. Right leg lifts behind us, staying in line with our hip, toes to the shin. Draw us through, we plant to find our lunge. Feel secure through the feet before the torso comes over the hips. Exhale, hands come down, straighten and lengthen. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward. So if I had a block on my back, it would be nice and steady. Shift forward into your lunge. Come on down, straighten and lengthen. Move slow and controlled. Come on in. One more time to our lunge. And then as we come down, straighten and lengthen. Come in, forward fold. Step all the way together. Bend the knees if necessary. Last deep breath. Let the crown of the head go towards the ground. Left leg is in front, right leg steps behind us and drops parallel to the front leg, finding our warrior 2. Front shin draws forward, and we should be able to see at least the first 3 toes on that left foot. Pull the back hip underneath, arms come out. Let's begin to straighten and lengthen our front leg. You're gonna squeeze your thigh muscle. We're gonna find triangle pose, Trikonasana. But what we want to do is keep this top hip open. So as that left arm comes down the leg, we fight to stay open and then extend the arm. Rib cage stays in and down. And then let's reverse it. As we come up, top hand flips to face us. We get sucker punched underneath this back rib cage and we extend the top arm up. Breathe into that left-hand side, open up that psoas, the abdominals. And then as we sink back into warrior 2, both toes turn towards that right edge of the mat, wide-legged forward fold. Right foot turns to the back of the mat, set up warrior 2. Take your time, work from the ground up. That back long edges of the left foot is securely mounted to the mat. Pull underneath, draw the shin forward. Let's straighten and lengthen as we find triangle pose. Squeeze the thigh, top hip opens, and then we come down. The arms are just icing on the cake. And then we open the wingspan. Head can look up, center, or down. Let's reverse. Reverse triangle. We come in, back hip and rib cage comes up and underneath. Top hand, that right hand flips towards us as we extend and we reach long. Draw back into warrior 2. Pivot to the right side of that mat, wide-legged forward fold. Walk back around to the left foot, pivoting on the back foot, and find our way back. Downward facing dog. Left leg comes behind us. Draws in between our hands. Find your lunge. Torso lifts when we're ready. Squeeze the glute, extend this back hip. Make sure our hips are even. So if that right hip is down and that left hip is high, just work your way to find even and neutral. Shift forward through that left knee. Let the fingertips come down right in front of the foot, and we're going to kick off to what we call three-pointed balance. So kick through that back leg. We're strong through our standing leg. I've got a lot of love over our balancing half moon. People love it just like me. Just kidding, they don't love it. So today we're going to revolve balancing half moon. So right fingertips are going to come to the ground. We're going to take that left hand away. And then we begin to rotate over that standing left leg and stack the shoulders, keeping that back right leg as high as we can in line with the hip. Pull the left hip away from the ribcage. Slowly close. Drop the right foot, meet in forward fold. Well done. Right leg is in front, left leg steps behind us. Find our lunge. Feel the lift. Find evenness through the hips. Tailbone looks down. And then hands come down, and our right leg becomes our balancing leg. So spread the toes, lift the arch. Fingertips come down. Kick through that left leg and feel both hip bones looking down to the ground. Progressing to revolved balancing half moon. Left fingertips are on the ground. Nice big inhale. Exhale, rotate the torso over that right standing leg. Lift the hands and then lift and push that back leg away. As we close, forward fold. Step back, downward facing dog. Well done. Pedal out the feet. Left leg comes behind us. Draws in between our hands. Find our lunge. Torso lifts. Squeeze the glutes. Hands come down. Straighten and lengthen the front leg. Pull the toes towards the shin. Reground the foot. Step all the way in. Forward fold. Right leg is in front. Left leg steps behind us. Take your time. Find your lunge. Hands come down. Straighten and lengthen. Pull the toes. Play with the hips. Nice and active. Really feel them pull towards the shin. Open up that whole posterior side of your body, that back portion of the leg. Come on in. Forward fold. Bend one knee and then the other. Shake out the hips. If you have a block or two blocks, they will come in handy. If you don't worry about it. So what we're going to do is take a block or a book underneath your right foot. If you do not have that, then you're just going to keep your right leg straight and bend your left leg. So if you don't have a block, it'll look like this. Left leg bends, right leg is straight. If you have a second block, we're going to extend the arms long in line with the ears and just breathe here a few breaths. Asymmetrical forward fold. On our next inhale, we're going to begin to move our hands either with a block or without over that left side of the body. When we look at our feet, they should be as close to in a line as possible, so one foot shouldn't really be in front of the other. Take your right hip and peel it back. Nice active, open up that right hand side of the body. We're going to cross over center to the right. So as you inhale, come center, and you're going to want to start your exhale as you cross over that right side of the body, and we're really lengthening out the arms here. The weight is over all four corners of the feet. Pull your left hip back this time. Slowly come in. Take that right foot off, shake it out, well done. And then let's walk our left foot. And if you don't have the block, you're gonna bend that right knee, keep the left leg long. Reach out in front first, extend the arms. Keeping the weight right over the arches, and make sure your feet are right in line with one another. On our next inhale, we reach out over towards the right. Pull the left hip back. Next inhale, come center line. So this is what it looks without the block. So our fingertips are just around the ground. And then we begin to cross over that left standing leg. I'm going to try to breathe and talk here. Whew. Pull the right hip back this time, keeping that left hip forward. Head hangs right in between the arms. 2 more deep breaths. Coming back, center. Taking away the blocks, bend one knee and then the other. And then let's just find that yogi squat. So toes are forward, arches lifted. Toes are in line with one another, and we begin to sink to our range of motion, keeping the heels fully connected to the ground. And then allow ourselves to sit all the way down. Congratulations on making it through 7 days of yoga. I am so proud of you. Please feel free, there's some other videos that are longer out there. Don't let the word power throw you off. I build every sequence, and you can take things out and keep things as you wish. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. It's been wonderful being with you. Inhale the arms up from my home to yours. Namaste.